Hello Compass, welcome to the first of two videos where we'll talk about being shepherds, leading other people spiritually in Compass Church. So for Compass Church to really thrive and grow as a church, we're going to need more and more people who are excited about, called to, and willing to step up and help other people grow in their faith. And it's going to be very important. I think here in the early phases, a lot of our shepherds who are equipped to lead others will find themselves helping lead life groups or leading a life group on their own, or maybe they will also be in like a one-on-one or a small group discipleship kind of relationship. But basically we need a team of people who are ready and trained to help lead other people. And so what I want to do in this short video is show you three passages that will kind of direct us in this early phase of training up and leading shepherds to help lead our people. So the first one is Jesus' Great Commission, Matthew 28, where he calls us to go and make disciples. And so as a church, Compass exists to help people find and follow Jesus. And a disciple is a follower of Jesus. So we're going to need people who are equipped to help other people follow Jesus. And this wasn't our idea. This is Jesus' idea. This is how the church is really designed to grow throughout the world. And so for Compass Church to be obedient to Jesus, we're going to need people who are equipped to make disciples. Okay, so that's one passage that guides us in this whole concept of shepherding. The second one, I love this. This is a quote from the Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 11:1, where he says, "Be imitators of me as I am of Christ." So I think any of us that are in spiritual leadership, this would be a great motto for us as well. We're not trying to draw people to ourselves. We are trying to draw people to Jesus. And the best way for us to do that is for us to be followers of Jesus also. So we, as leaders, are presenting ourselves to our people and saying, follow our example because we are following Jesus' example. If you are following us, I am actually taking you toward and closer to Jesus. So being a spiritual leader is not certainly not a call to perfection. There are clearly passages that talk about the spiritual qualifications of a leader, and we'll talk about some of those in your interview and in your application process. But bottom line, a leader is somebody who says, imitate me because I'm imitating Jesus. Let's go follow Jesus. All right, so he's our target, he's our goal. And the third one presents and clarifies the notion of leadership. Jesus in Mark 10:45 uncovered a time where his own team, his disciples, were kind of fighting among each other about who's the greatest, and they were jockeying for who's going to get to sit at his right and left hand when he enters his kingdom. And they just weren't getting it. So he sort of rebukes them and he says, this is the way that the Gentiles, this is the way that the world rules. They look to lord over people, but it's not going to be so for you. The greatest among you will be your servant. So basically, leadership is displayed by being a servant, by being a humble servant leader. In fact, Jesus is the ultimate example where in that teaching time, he told his disciples, the Son of Man came, that's him, the greatest one, the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. So spiritual leadership is not an ego trip. It's not trying to see how many people we can get around us to boost our own self-worth or credentials. But really, being a spiritual leader means that we lay down our lives so other people can grow in their faith. So being a spiritual leader is a sacrifice. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes planning, it takes time where you are praying for the people you are shepherding and you are really pouring out your life so they can grow, just like Jesus poured out his life so that we could be his people and follow him. And just like people who have mentored you in your past gave you time and attention, they listened to you, they cared for you, they prayed for you, they loved you. And so all those things were a sacrifice, were a gift to you. So that's what spiritual leadership is. It's us laying down our lives for others. And so I am really excited you're looking into this. And I'm really excited that these verses really direct us as shepherds at Compass Church about what it means to help people find and follow Jesus. So thanks for doing this.